people are trying to figure out is his views okay. He made a statement about how it is dangerous to raise your child, to allow your child to raise themselves as transgender before a certain age.
I agree.
And the problem with this is a lot of people are starting to give him backlash, not because it's exactly what he said, just because of his actions with it. He has a son that he's raising in the same way, and yet he's kind of also neglecting his son's views about what he wants to be in the same breath. So it kind of looks like so people are trying to either make him a hypocrite.
His son is what?
His son is, I believe he's trying to raise his son in like the stereotypical societal views of a son, while there is rumor that the son is trying to do otherwise.
Hey, rumor don't mean proof though.
Hey, but that's the biggest controversy to come out about this whole thing, and I've been hearing nothing but people being like, well, he being a hypocrite, and that he don't know what he's talking about, things like that.
Henry was being a hypocrite. That's still like what he said is still true though. Like how is he being a hypocrite? Like if that's not his choice. Technically, he's not being a hypocrite.
Well, this is what it says from one of the critics of his choice of words. It says, and this is by an actual transgender person. It says, it's been scientifically proven that kids understand their gender and start to display it fully by age 5. Number 2, if your child comes up to you and tells you that they believe that they are a different gender than they were born as, then you do not have to automatically assimilate them into a specific gender role. You can take your time with them.
I'm about to stop there. Clearly, they wouldn't understand unless they understand because of what you teach them.
And point number 3? What's point number 3? Oh, point number 3 is that what's crazy about what he's saying is that right now at this moment, Mario Lopez is raising his male son as a male in societal views because he has male genitalia, and he doesn't raise his child.
Oh, I thought you said no.
Because he has male genitalia. And he doesn't raise his child as a gender neutral or anything of that nature. He's assimilating his son into a gender role as a young age and doesn't see anything wrong with it because that's what he sees as normal.
How old is his son?
I don't know. I haven't checked that out. And the last point that they made is just so he's becoming a hypocrite because what he's saying out of his own mouth is not matching up with the actions that he is actually taking place. He's taking participation in.
But that's not his choice though, so therefore that's not his actions.
I mean, he did say something out of his mouth with a boldness, despite the fact that it does make him look hypocritical.
But technically, he's not actually being hypocritical. That's just not his choice. Like, he still believes what he believes, no matter what. So therefore, he's not hypocritical.
I figure out what age is his Dominic. Dominic is 5 himself.
He 5?
Still too young. Too young to be making big life choices like that.
See, with that, it's hard because it's just like you can entertain this if you want to. If the child truly grows up with this same view as they grow older, it's just like, okay, it's time to start taking it seriously.
That's an identity crisis.
That's different. If you're going to have this child making this, because a child makes different decisions on a day-to-day basis, so that just makes this even more of an invalid point because it's just like they can change it tomorrow. You don't know. But the only exception is if this child truly continues to make this same assumption the same opinion about themselves throughout years, then it's time to start taking that a little bit more seriously.
They make decisions off of what they see.
Yeah, but like I said, it's day-to-day versus if it's a consistent opinion about themselves over time.
It's also a rumor, and people are known for being liars.
What you mean?
People are known for being liars.
I know, but what does that have to do with the point he was just making?
Because just because they made a rumor about his son does not mean it's true. So people are known for being liars. So unless it's confirmed by him or like his son, then you wouldn't know if it's true or not. So what they're saying could be like completely crap.
I mean, despite that rumor, I think the idea as a whole is not to be taken lightly because this is not the first time somebody's made this comment. Obviously, it's just the fact that Mario Lopez making this comment is why it's getting so much attention.
Because like they trying to tell you how to raise your kids, and it's none
I
of their
would say that. I would
But
say
they really
it's more like it's an opinion about what would you do if this was your kid making
They
this.
really are. They trying to tell this man how to raise his kids.
You shouldn't let a 3-year-old tell you what his gender is. Like, you're a 3-year-old. You're not gonna
Sounds
know.
stupid.
A child isn't gonna know. For a child to say they're a transgender that's just too big of a decision for a child to make.
Yeah.
By themselves.
The doctor got the wrong baby.
I think it's harder to say this with a boldness because it's not something you can just automatically make a decision about.
No.
You have to see if this child is actually capable of making this opinion about themselves consistently. Because like I said, a child can change their ideas and opinions day by day because they're learning day by day. That's the problem.
That's the point, though.
Exactly.
Like,
they don't know.
People are bringing that. People like that are bringing that to their front door and their kids, and like they shouldn't like even be like worried about none of that. Like the fact they do what they see, so if they see it because these stupid people bring it to their door, of course they're going children like they like to imitate.
Yeah, that's very true. It's true that children like to imitate what they see. I mean that's we are proof of that ourselves. Like whatever we saw, we ended up somehow assimilating into our brains. And it came out a certain way based on what we saw.
I don't think you should be bringing that. That's none of nobody's business, though. For real.
Yeah, and I don't think. I think that this bringing this opinion to light is not uncommon. This is a conversation that's always happening, basically because of where we are in society. But to make it seem like he's supposed to like abide by the liberal, the very free thinker aspect, which like I said, I wouldn't have a problem with this if it wasn't for the fact of the type of backlash he was getting for it.
Guess what, right? They'll let them make that decision, right? What if your 5-year-old could like just say like that he wants to live with somebody else? What if he just says that you gonna let him do whatever he wants?
No.
But I really wish that this wasn't made a big deal because everybody has there are people that have a liberal way of thinking and there are people that are conservative, more traditional. So obviously you're going to have
that ain't liberal, that's progressive.
That's retarded.
You're right. I give you that.
That's progressive. I don't think a true liberal would agree with that. I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it's definitely out of the traditionalist values and ideas, for sure.
It's common sense.
The decisions I make are like based on like future. I don't think for just now. I think for the future, and I don't think like that's gonna make our race live on for like as long as possible. I think that can like create like a major problem in the future, and I can already see it happening. And to be real, it's like available now, because it's gonna happen no matter what.
And then they're trying to make him seem like he's transphobic, which
I'm tired of that term. Ain't nobody scared of that.
Okay, this is one thing that has to stop. And don't get me wrong, there are people that truly have either a blunt or a subtle way of their transphobia coming out. However, just because somebody has an automatically separate view does not give you permission to give a target to them being racist.
You have to agree with them.
I don't think that term makes sense because just because somebody doesn't like something or like hate something doesn't mean they have a phobia of it.
Like they're saying, like the whole it's clear. Like they show pictures. This person on Instagram is showing pictures and saying that he's showing clear gender role assimilation and he has a problem. Which if he's going to be transphobic, say it with his whole chest instead.
There's no point of arguing with those people.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny. It's just like, okay, I can see where you're going with this. My issue is, despite what you may try to assume is a certain amount of evidence, which is in my opinion, a lot of this evidence they're trying to give as his transphobia is very circumstantial.
It's ridiculous.
It's not clear.
An argument with no logic is a waste of time.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: who is Mario Lopez?
I don't even know.
Mario Lopez, from what I remember, because that name is vague in my mind, but right now he has been a TV show host for the media.
Well, that's why that happened. He's an actor, business.
Yeah, but like he's an actor. First of all, he was an actor. He was an actor in I think the show Saved by the Bell, I think, and that was a while ago. He was famous for that, but he's also been on this thing called Extra. Do y'all know that TV show Extra or Access Hollywood?
Oh, I know. Access
Hollywood Extra, like media-based TV show.
Oh, yeah.
It's like TMZ. It's kind of like TMZ pretty much. So he's been one of the hosts of the show, and he breaks down what's happening in entertainment and media. And, you know, he's a high-profile. He's pretty high-profile for himself. So that's why this became a big issue. But like I said,
I don't see nothing. I don't see what's wrong with what he said.
I personally feel like, hey, this is your opinion.
Plus, if you say you don't see nothing wrong with what he said, they gonna come for you.
Look,
I think for the trans people that want to,
they can come for me. They can come for the truth. They need it.
Well, like for the trans people that want to have a target the people that truly have an ignorance towards the subject.
But ignorance, what does ignorance mean? Like ignorance means
the lack thereof of the knowledge of the culture or what it's like to be thereof. I would say that.
I think people like they like seek like attention, so therefore like they want to be offended.
That's true. That is true in a lot of cases.
I don't think certain people can't I think certain people can't survive without being offended. I honestly think that's the purpose in life.
We over here saying all this stuff, and I feel like we should have recorded half of this conversation already.
No, we shouldn't have.
Oh yeah, by the way, yo, what's good, YouTube? This is FWC Cast. I've been recording for the past 10 minutes already. We got this all on.
Have a whole panic attack on camera.
I'm dead.
Sorry. Your boy Dark Man was finna have a blackout after this.
What's good, YouTube? This is FWC Cast. This is your boy Vern.
What's good? It's your boy Dark Man. You was real about recording?
I'm very serious. I'm recording right now.
You dead serious?
I am dead serious.
Hello, guys.
I think about everything I say. It wasn't
that was a juicy podcast topic. I had to record.
No, you don't. You
clever for that. That was clever. I give you all 4 props for that one. I didn't expect that, but I'm to stand by what I was saying, and I didn't do anything wrong.
I remember who the people in my career are filled with.
Well, make sure they don't watch it.
This man gonna get me.
But like, I was just reporting news. I didn't even have a direct shot to take. Apparently, Abdullah was very serious about his topic.
Regardless, though, that's just it's true. Like, you shouldn't rate. They're too young for that, though. They gotta like you can when they get older, then fine. When they got when they're old enough to make their own choices.
Yeah,
but a 3-year-old, that's damage into their brain to raise them like that.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it gives you. They have to learn, and I would say have to, as in they must learn because it's so important when they grow older. You have to learn the typical traditions of society in order to figure out what society is doing wrong from a moral perspective of your own.
Well, yeah, I'll take that back. I wouldn't say damaging, but like confusing. It's confusing to like be raised like.
If they can't understand death, why would they won't be able to understand anything?
I would just say if an adult can't understand this type of stuff, what makes you think a child will?
I mean, like children do. Let's not make jump conclusions and assume that children are very dumb or super unaware of what they're talking about. But there are certain concepts,
and most of the time they are.
Yeah, and psychologically speaking, it's been proven that there are some elements that kids cannot, from a point of view perspective, actually comprehend the overarching ideas in detail. that's proven, and I've actually been able to say with my whole chest that I've seen the readings regarding like what they show for the charts and evidence as to can a child really perceive these very in-depth ideas.
But like my point is like I feel like that's for like later in life. I feel like a kid is supposed to worry about being a kid because like if you worry about all the other stuff, like you're not gonna have fun.
And the freedom of expression is very much so a real thing. I won't say that if you take away this, the child will not feel free to express themselves. I'm saying that expression needs to also be taken with some consideration, not bluntly as in like control the child's like barrier state. Like the sky's the limit, the sky's the limit. That's what we've been told for years since we were growing up. Back then, that was what people were telling us.
The sky is not the limit.
Which is true. Like the sky's not even the limit. Just go beyond that. At the same time, it's
no limit.
Yeah. At the same time, you have to also keep in your mind, not for the child, but for the sake as a parent, or whoever you're being raised, whoever is raising them, to also keep in mind like what's going on and what to keep in mind about.
If you 5, if you got a kid and he's 5, and he like make a decision like that, it's 100% your fault. The person who your kid is at 5 is because of you.
Right. This man really
got off camera.
So with that said, I just wanted to get that and keep that in mind because I thought it was interesting because that's all that's been on my Instagram is Mario Lopez is this, is that, and the third by everybody else. And I'm just like, and mind you, I'm not going to say who made those comments that I read because I do respect them enough if they're ever watching. I respect them enough in their opinion about what they said. I'm just laying out what my ideals are based on what was said, and I didn't even lay out any of my personal ideas. It was just what was said and how I interpreted it, not even my own personal opinions of what I think they should have said or something.
Well, based on what you said, I've seen the complete opposite. I've seen a lot of people that agree with him.
Right.
I've seen like a lot of people agree with him.
Oh man, I don't know.
This nigga scared to talk now. Come on, bro. Say what you gotta say.
I don't speak no English.
Anyway.
All I gotta say is I don't know because I feel like we live in a confusing world where everybody wants their way, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like the way that you live is dependent upon like your life experience and your interpretation of your life experience. But I feel like your life experience has to be like something that is gathered throughout life. So therefore, like I feel like when you're like younger and you don't have like a good amount of it, I feel like you have to have a certain amount before you start making like decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Imagine if you got to do everything you wanted to do since you was 5, you would be like probably dead now. Probably be eating cereal all day, sugar.
I mean, you have
grown ass man still live with his mom in the basement.
You have a valid point. Like I said, with all this said, it's not to demean anybody's opinion or degrade it to anything.
No, it's just simply you just don't agree. Simple.
Yeah, and like I said, continue.
I'm just saying, you a kid, so like even if you were, what are you supposed to do with that if you were still a kid?
Like I said, the views of a child, and I'm speaking from a perspective of what I've seen and what I can say I've experienced. From the views of a child, it can vary very quickly. It's very much so varied and can be sometimes misconstrued by people that have tendencies to put labels and barriers on children, even as children. So, but like I said, with that said, it also keep in mind the fact that, like I said, these children do have views that can shift at any given moment. Because
think about that. That's because they're too young to have their own opinion. They get those opinions from other people that they look at. Their children. They absorb knowledge and stuff like a sponge.
Yeah.
Because they have the internet too.
Exactly, which makes it even worse.
Yeah, that's full access to the world's negative
Full
opinion.
access to stupidity.
They have the access to the world's full-on retardation and inbredness.
I ain't gonna mess with the podcast, so I'm gonna type it in the chat. But anyway, yeah.
And like I said, it would be and typically I made this very clear. It wouldn't be headlining news if it wasn't for a celebrity's opinion. This has been said by people on bigger scales. Like, people have made this really, really known throughout in public. And so because it's a celebrity, it's making news. Like, this opinion is not uncommon. And the thing about it is that a lot of people would say, "Oh, this is toxic. This is a toxic traditionalist society," you know. And I'm like, tradition. Yes, traditions do have a very negative effect because people don't even know why they're doing certain things. That's very true. There are a lot, like Christmas, there are kids that don't even know why we do Christmas. It's just because.
You said do what?
Christmas.
There's a lot of adults that don't know why we do that.
Exactly. So you see, tradition does have its negative effects where they don't even know why they're doing it, but they are. So I can see why you would say like tradition is a bit terrible.
Y'all open it, gifts and stuff on Christmas. Y'all know what used to happen on Christmas.
Y'all don't even know why they're even celebrating the idea. It's just because it's Get Presents Day. It's National Give and Get Presents.
I stopped celebrating Christmas 4 years ago.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that tops it all. I don't even know what that is.
Just don't like Christmas anymore.
And coming from somebody that's actually born around that time, literally, is something else. It's something else. When you're born around that time of the year, me speaking from somebody that's born literally the following day before.
The following day before. As if I know I said it wrong, but I'm serious. Being born around the time that literally is next to that very, very big day. You were born on Christmas Eve. Could have just said that.
Right, this man talking about the following day before.
Yeah, I kept it close. Just like, you know what? I said what I said, but yeah.
Y'all heard about that? Y'all heard about that racist cartoon that was posted on YouTube?
No.
There was a racist kid cartoon that was on YouTube like 2 weeks ago, but they took it down because people was complaining about it being racist.
Oh yeah, the Indian one.
Yeah, it was it was made by an Indian company, but it was it's called Dina and the Prince. It's kind of like a Shrek inspired story, like where this princess loses her beauty.
Except for instead of Shrek, she turned into a black woman.
Yeah, instead of her turning into like a ogre or something, her skin she gains some complexion. And she gets like pimple bumps and stuff on her face, and her hair gets curly, and that's considered losing her beauty.
But people disrespectful. That's all I got to say.
It's very racist.
Man,
it was like they had to take it down. They took it down.
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing but there's only like pictures and stuff on Google.
People that made it deserve to all get lined up in a row, get smacked.
Very much indeed.
It's an Indian cartoon. Do you know how Indians look? What?
I guess in certain cultures to be dark, to have a little darker complexion is considered unattractive.
Do you know how many of them look like that?
I was gonna make a very, very serious comment. Oh my gosh. Never mind.
Oh, dude.
But hey, it's still racist. That's not a good thing to show the kids.
Bro, right.
It's not a good thing to show the kids at all.
All these people trying to mess up kids. What is it with people messing up kids? You an adult.
It's this generation. ruining the world.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like this is brand new though. They've been having racist cartoons for a while now.
Back in the day,
What do you mean, bro? They had a lot of.
that shit was blatantly racist though. Like they just didn't give a fuck back in the day.
Bro, remember Tommy and Jerry when Jerry had blackface?
The Looney Tunes cartoons, bro, they actually had full on black people with the plump lips and the mess with the overalls with one overall. Talking about fried chicken and watermelon, it was bad back then.
But
yes, it was.
imagine, bro. I low-key wonder something, right? If they had action figures of those back in the day, imagine going to the store getting that action figure for Christmas.
Jesus Christ! Oh, he left.
What's good? Man?
He joined and left. That was King Bomb.
Wow, brilliant.
I guess he saw that we was on the podcast and left.
He made a cameo appearance. Well, his icon did.
Well, actually, this podcast is basically just Skype, so it's just a normal conversation, guys.
What a coon! He really just left like that. He's back.
He's back.
Hey, you on the podcast?
What's good?
My bad, dog. My bad.
You are on the podcast.
You on the podcast?
How y'all doing? It's your boy King Bomb, aka Kodak Black. So I'm just in here for a little bit, see what y'all talking about, see what's going on.
We were just talking about racist cartoons.
So apparently there's this cartoon in India where they basically like pull like a Shrek type story, except for instead of turning into an ogre, the person turned black.
That's not
I knew it.
I knew you would laugh at that.
I tried not to. I probably wouldn't have if Abdullah didn't explain it. He looked like somebody uncle, bro.
But yeah, it's this story where this like Cinderella like character, she like meets the love of her life. Oh, okay. I'll continue. It's like this Cinderella like character. She's supposed to meet up with this like the love of her life or like the prince or whatever, and they supposed to get married and live happily ever after. But before they do that, she has to she can't talk to him at all until she like sings this song. She can't talk to him until she like sings this song that's supposed to ignite this like flame or something. And once this flame is ignited, she can talk to this person. But if she talks to this person before the flame is ignited, she loses her beauty and youth. So she ends up talking to this person before the flame is ignited, and let it be said, she lost her beauty and youth. And I guess according to these people, losing your beauty and youth is turning black.
Duh.
She had brown skin, she had curly hair, and she had bumps on her face, and it was considered not beautiful or ugly.
Wait, who said that?
That was me.
Oh.
That stuff, especially in a country where a lot of people look like that. Of course, their hair is straighter, but still.
The cartoon was made. The animation was made. It was animated by an Indian studio. I don't know who made the story though.
So, for what I've heard, there are definitely it's a thing. It's a thing with the Eastern Hemisphere and darker skin that it just something is just not clicking.
It's something with the world.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like, for some reason, I specifically have noticed there is a thing. It's a theme running gag to me about how a lot of the Eastern Hemisphere has this thing against.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're laughing at.
I don't understand.
The way Amir explained it, I'm sorry. It's just funny the way you try to explain it.
It's to me, it's a running gag because I feel like a lot of it is been so long. It stems from a stigma, and I don't understand why. Because I
understand why. I understand why.
Why do you understand why?
I understand why. Because it's been a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
You don't. They don't. It's just. I don't know, man. I don't feel like going through it. I really didn't know y'all was doing the podcast. I'm really sorry that I intruded.
No, it's all right, brother.
It's okay. You're here now.
Right. You're here now.
I can't stay But yeah, I mean, I can share my opinion on it. I think it's the way I see the way you're trying to explain it. It's definitely something that's been around for a long time. So that's why it makes sense.
Yeah.
People are fucked up, but yeah. Why did you smile like that when I said that? That's so weird.
Because I was like, yeah, that he don't know it's pretty much in a generalized. Yeah.
But the video got backlash, of course. Like that was expected, and the video got taken down because it was it's a kids cartoon, so that made it
you
even
see,
worse.
they trying to teach kids to hate what black people look like.
It's horrible. Shaking my head. Man. Shame on these people.
But anyway, speaking of kids,
Uncle Dude,
did y'all hear about the story right here?
Oh snap!
Away.
Bro, how?
10-year-old Michigan boy charged with assault after allegedly injuring another student during a dodgeball game.
Yeah, but the charges were dropped.
What?
Bro.
It don't matter. They shouldn't charge him in the first place. It's
a game. Who charges a 10-year-old boy? That's infuriating.
It says people are outraged that a 10-year-old boy is actually being charged with aggravated assault when his mother says he was only playing a game of dodgeball.
And they're outraged for a reason.
Others are wondering if this is an instance of bullying. Kamishi Lindley says she was shocked when she received a call from Wayne County Juvenile Court last week about her son Bryce. The soon-to-be fifth grader is charged with aggravated assault following a schoolyard game at Ruth Eckerson Elementary in Canton.
It's the boy he injured white.
Playing a game we've all played.
Fucking oof.
Bro, Amir, you said they did drop the charges though, right?
Yeah, I've heard that they
they dropped the charges.
They were relieved they dropped the charges.
They better have.
But why would they charge him though? It's dodgeball.
It must have been wild, bro.
They said the kid like had some kind of condition or something, like where like something with his head or something.
Then he shouldn't have been playing.
Like what?
He shouldn't have been playing then.
Oh, dude.
That's actually annoying.
All right, man. I was in here real quick. My bad. Didn't know what was going on, but I'm out. I was glad to say my little piece about that that racist cartoon that y'all talking about. But I'm out of here.
All right, man.
Goodbye.
That's wild though.
That was King Bomb making his first appearance, and it feels like a long time.
Wow, no.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though. For some dodgeball.
Yeah, like we've all played dodgeball before.
Yeah.
Bro, I got a funny story to tell, bro. I ain't gonna say no names on here because it's a podcast. But there's one teacher from 8th grade, bro. You know how they had that little dodgeball like competition with like the teachers and the students?
I think so.
Like, they had the basketball and all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Bro, so he threw the dodgeball, right?
Right.
Our what's that, sixth grade science teacher, y'all know who that is, right? Bro, she was walking on the side, right? He threw it. He threw it so hard, bro. Every time he hit the wall with it, it would be like boom. Bro, he hit her dead in the face, bro.
Is this the same teacher that the glasses broke?
Yes. Her face turned red as tomato. Bro.
I'm not laughing because I actually kind of like this teacher.
This man beamed her, bro.
Steve Byrne had to get off camera just to.
For all the people listening to the teacher that threw the dodgeball was in his 20s. The teacher that got hit was in her like 50s or something.
I think she was like
That's hilarious.
He had to get his face out of the camera just to like.
Though when it hit her face, bro, you could hear it. It sounded like a fat man's stomach hitting water.
Dang. Oh. Oh, bro. Oh,
That was no
Jesus.
joke. Yeah, here she wasn't even in the game.
She was just tired. She was just walking. That's tough. Well, she's all right now. That was
Yeah.
That was so long ago. Dang.
Y'all was just playing before out there, but
Hmm?
I was finna say, did y'all say she? No, I ain't gonna say that on here. That was a prank on somebody. I ain't gonna say who. I'm just there. Which was messed up actually. But
We was messed up kids.
I was fine. You was messed up.
Some of us were kind of okay with what was happening.
I wasn't no messed up kid. I was a messed up teenager.
But what else has been going on?
Besides the transgender incident, and besides that, which
the
I
racist
did,
cartoon and the dodgeball debacle.
Yeah.
A lot.
I've heard a lot that's been going around. I've heard a lot.
Show that video to the world, the tsunami, the water, the wave park, the wave pool.
Hold up.
Who sent that? Oh, that was Sayur that sent that. Let me see if I can.
What's their page?
Go to z.chills. Is this page private? Dang, it's a private account. I can see if I could. I'm afraid to exit out Skype because it might close me out.
But
it was there was an incident at this wave pool where like somebody turned the wave levels too high and that junk acted like that junk was like a tsunami and it injured a bunch of people. I could probably
they sampled an actual tsunami.
See if I could.
You over here laughing, and I'm not even trying to crack a smile like this.
That joke was crazy. That wave was so high. Like for the viewers, that was probably crappy. But
I mean, I see the story you talking about.
What story?
The
Omar Lopez story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hot topic all day. I've been getting nothing but talk about that on Instagram.
Yeah. Just comments on trans kids. I honestly don't think a kid could be a transgender. Like it's just that's a decision an adult should make.
Well, I'm gonna just live my life. I don't know.
That's just the way I see it. That's just the way I see it.
Let me see how the comments look.
If you're saying a kid is a transgender, that's obviously the parent forcing their ideology into the child. See, people are agreeing with him though.
Right.
And that's from the shade room.
Yeah. So when I heard some of these negative comments, I was here and I was trying to figure out like
mostly black people and black people know toilet. No,
a lot of people were divided about this.
Okay, yeah, black people can be tolerant when they want to, but because there's a lot of people in this comment section saying a lot of good things, like they're agreeing, and that's from the shade room, the most toxic comment section on Instagram, on the entire page.
Now that is a very true statement. That's a highly true statement. I agree.
The shade room is so toxic, bro.
It really
it's the most
is,
bitter
bro.
people. The most bitter people sit on that website.
Bro, the Kodak Black thing, bro. That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny.
No, that was funny.
I'll say that. So basically, what happened? Like, y'all know City Girls, right?
Yeah.
Young Miami, who's pregnant. This man Kodak in jail. He made a freestyle, basically saying that he would punch her in the stomach.
I did hear about that.
That man wilding.
He wild.
I wouldn't expect, bro. I don't know, man. I wasn't expecting that.
He's saying that from jail.
Right.
Yeah.
This man in jail saying that. That dude don't. I don't know. Did he hit something? Did he like take a drug that was like laced or something and it just messed him up permanently? Like, I don't know what's wrong with him.
But this man, I got no filter at all. But like, I feel like a person like Kodak can get away with saying anything though, cause like the way he portrays himself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you portray yourself like differently, then like you can't say nothing. But if you portray yourself like that, you are untouchable.
We must run and get shot. That's what's gonna happen to him.
Kodak invincible.
Okay.
He said, okay.
Somebody hit him in the stomach.
He said, well,
That dude, man. He tripping. He tripping on that one.
In other news regarding the big controversy between Lil Nas X and Mariah Carey, the breaking of the record for
that's
the
controversy.
One song of all time.
Oh, I get it. It's controversy to you.
It's controversy because all I keep seeing is media and people wanting to either bash or give credit to Lil Nas for breaking the long-standing 23-year record by Mariah Carey, and yeah,
I see nothing but praise for him.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
So there was a comment by Wendy Williams recently that was made just based on the fact that she basically made the comment that this should not be taken as too much of a serious because I know a lot of Mariah Carey's fans, a lot of them have just been going on his timeline just
stan culture. It's stan culture.
Yeah, and she was like, you know what? I have no problem with what he's done. But at the same breath, you can never take away the fact that the time frame that this happened in is so different from when the record was first even held officially in that caliber, which is true.
Records are meant to be broken.
In that time frame, though, I do respect the fact that you had to go outside your way, go to the store, get your spending money that you could afford, and buy this song physically. And that song itself will go on to be the 16-week long record that it became 23 years in the making, which is different from Lil Nas being social media savvy he is to use streaming and digital downloads to break that record. Mostly streaming.
What year is it?
It's 2019.
Say less.
I mean, you gotta respect the fact that yes, these records are different because you can easily break them now versus then. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't think he would have broke this record had he had to do just downloads alone without streaming.
What year is it?
You keep saying this, but I'm serious though. Like if you
why
this, I'm just saying.
I have a question, right?
Okay.
Why are you comparing like two people from two different eras? That's like me comparing somebody now to like Prince or Michael.
You said it like Mariah Carey's dead. She's very much alive.
I'm just reporting news. I'm not saying that this is something that I hate. This is not my opinion. This is
so.
Just
what song was number one before him? I know it was a Mariah Carey song, but which one?
I don't know.
So the two songs that were number one for 16 weeks was Despacito featuring Justin Bieber.
Oh.
And the song by Mariah Carey was Mariah Carey One Sweet Day featuring Boyz II Men and Mariah Carey.
But like records are meant to be broken though, like that's part of like how time advances and also technology advances. So I got a question for you now. How come those same artists can't use the newer technology to get themselves to number one again?
I would say because the time frame is different. That's like having your dad. That's like your dad trying to do what you do. Now, he's not your age, so he can't necessarily do exactly what you do the way you do because the age difference is very, very serious.
Also, the times are different.
Exactly that too.
You're saying when you get older, you can't you can't like make another number one record when you get older.
That's not. I didn't say that. I did not.
So like the opportunity is exactly the same at this moment though.
I would say it's a bit harder because the generation that's holding the keys to do so is very different from the ones when they were in their
But
prime.
I'm saying like it's free game though, cause like if like they both have like equal access to the same technology at this moment.
Right. But you have to respect the fact that Lil Nas is literally our age, and he knows the audience that's holding the keys to do a record like this.
Right.
That's what makes him superior in terms of the generation that he's in. He
It's
knows
not
how
that hard
to
to
work
know the
everything.
audience right now.
That's like saying your grandmother was trying to do the exact same thing when she isn't as savvy because she doesn't
Mariah
know.
Carey ain't a is Mariah Carey a
This
grandmother?
is an example.
I don't know.
This is an example, Dark Man. This is an example. I'm just saying
Example.
example. The example is you can't expect somebody that's already been in their prime, that has done things that no other artist was able to do at that time, to do something different in a time frame where the audience has changed drastically.
I got another question, right? I'm gonna say exactly what you said at one point. Why does it matter? Guess what? I got a question for you, right?
Oh, okay.
Ain't making music just supposed to be about making music? Ain't it just supposed to be about passion? Should you just make music just to be number one? No. So
pop music is very competitive.
I respect. No, I respect.
I don't think you should make music saying like, oh, I'm just making music because I want number one. I think you should make music because it's your passion and because you want to. And I don't think Mariah Carey really cares about it like that. She probably likes that he's number one. She probably doesn't care at all. So if she doesn't care, why does everybody else care?
She said the exact same thing you just said in the tweet.
She made a tweet.
So why does everybody else care then?
Because they're people, and people are.
And because the fact that people like to compare things that have already happened to things like that's happened now.
Stan culture.
And the media loves juicing this stuff up too.
Because why can't this man just have his time right now? Because technically you don't know what this man is going to be in the future. So why don't you wait?
He could be more successful. He could blow all this up, or he could be dead. We don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Hopefully that's the last one, but
I personally respect the fact that it happens.
Yeah, I don't know. You was hating before, bro.
You're talking to somebody who's very, very much well versed in the media enough to know how to say it objectively without putting my opinion on it. Because I haven't said what I want to say about Lil Nas in terms of my opinion.
So
I just quoted to you. But I'm saying this: if you want my opinion, let's go for it. Yeah. I said in the post that you guys probably did not see this post, but I posted and said this: as far as Lil Nas goes and his breaking the record, people have to stop using the old school ways as a way to disregard or demean somebody in the new generation. And with that said, also respect the fact that this is a telling sign that, particularly speaking, African American artists can do stuff like this. Because like I said before, it was him, it was Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men. African American artists can do records like this and have this type of success. So that's very telling. So respect that for our community, particularly speaking, respect that alone, because this is a guy that could have flopped the first time he put out the record, but the fact is he's African American and he's breaking a record by another African American that's very hard to break.
So basically what you're saying is the only reason like you care about it is because he's black?
I respect the fact that it showcases that how powerful the community is, or as far as our artists that look like us. That's it's very telling of just how much we should respect another person that looks like us doing something like this. That's why I said what I said in the post. And I said you have to stop using the past to degrade another person, especially one person that's just doing what they like to do.
Plus, like I also feel like this, right? If somebody likes the song, right, they can say they like it. If somebody doesn't like the song, they can say they hate it. This is like this, like who really cares? Plus, like I feel like it's like he made like a million remixes to the same song, right?
He milked the song. Like he wanted that. He wanted to be number one for that long. Obviously.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say that he kind of got community, man.
He definitely did. He wanted remix after remix.
Did you see the stuff this man was posting?
Yeah, I did on Twitter. I saw it.
Get to number one.
But you respect the guy's grind enough to know that he knows how to work social media.
See, look. You want me to tell you why he's a genius? Because, how do I say this? Well, though, like some black people don't mess with his like music now because of like I don't know. Well, I don't even know why they did him like that. That's messed up.
Oh,
How they some
because
people
he's
say
gay.
that. Yeah, some people say that they wasn't listening to that no more. But y'all was singing it before. Y'all can't go back on that.
Guess what? Well, guess what?
It's like,
Fuck them.
dog, no.
Fuck
And
them.
by that time, he was already number one for like 9+ weeks.
He got y'all.
He said he was already on top for a long period of
But
time.
why I think why I think of that made when the dude say you figure me out.
Yeah, it was just I just wanted to make this point because I saw it on my timeline a lot too, and I made my point about it and via my Instagram, and I was just trying to see what you guys' point and take on it as well.
I say this, good for him because honestly,
Right.
especially like, even not even a year ago, he was just a regular person, and I'm pretty sure this song is made as a joke. I'm pretty sure this song was made as a joke, and it blew up like this right in his face. So
Great.
good for him.
He's met some very powerful people in the industry, like Rihanna, for example, which I knew he probably didn't think he would meet last year.
I'm very jealous.
Nigga, I'm jealous.
I see it. I would be too if you're over here meeting Rihanna and over here meeting all these pop stars that have been global.
This man, I'm very jealous, but you know he will freeze up. Though.
Sorry, though. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start making my music, and I'm gonna blow up too. I'm gonna make a joke song. I'm gonna mix trap music with J-pop and see how that go.
Despite the fact that
we need to edit that out.
That's a freaky combination.
It's gonna work. Watch.
Let's see how this go. Let's see how this fly. But
it's gonna work. Watch.
Yeah, we gonna
probably let BTS collab with me too. No, let me.
Didn't he? It wasn't art. He did make a collaboration with BTS's art. Yeah, Soul Town Road. That got released. He tweeted about that. You want to see Lil Nas tweet about that? Soul Town Road?
I don't pay attention to him that much. Plus, I don't mess with Twitter.
Oh, well, he posted about. I thought he posted on his Instagram. I don't know. He posted about it. I think about 2 weeks ago, maybe even a week before. He posted.
Man, Amir been watching him like a hawk.
I'm a media person. It's what I do best. It's my thing. But yeah, that he collaborated with BTS's RM, which is crazy because that dropped, and I was like, he already gonna be number one for another couple of weeks. So this remix is kind of pointless.
Hey, look, this man is a genius because like collabing with people from other countries like will get him like all over the world. Especially
when you have clout. Like I seen a post about him from South Korean news media with him side by side with BTS's RM. I was just like, this guy's he's getting notoriety from other countries. Like this is very clever.
Plus, I like the fact that he didn't just put out one hit though.
Yeah, people want to say he's a one-hit wonder already.
Panini was a hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Panini was definitely a hit to me.
Definitely. But yeah.
But yeah, that's about all on that.
Don't you be a meanie.
Yeah, that was a big deal, and like I said, it shocked the mess out of me because like that's all people will probably be talking about for the next couple of days. Like Lil Nas is on top. He probably gonna be number one for another couple of weeks based on the fact that can't nobody top him that's coming out. Like there's no new singles that I know of that are coming out that can top Old Town Road on the chart right now. He may stay number one for a couple more weeks too.
Probably.
I'm gonna be surprised though.
Oh yeah, Amir, I just heard like that that Beyonce album.
Oh, The Gift.
I ain't gonna lie, it was fire.
Beyonce made a new album? How long has it been?
Cause like I thought like before
like 2 years, I think.
God damn.
I heard the Lion King soundtrack. I didn't even know she put out something.
Years actually. Yeah, she was a part of the movie, so she put out a separate soundtrack for the film.
I didn't even know.
I ranked it very highly. I ranked it very highly on my list of best albums of the year.
Like I forgot what you gave it.
I gave it I think a 90.
91 or something like that. I forgot.
Yeah, 91, 92. I said there was only a few flare-ups, and it's very, very few, so it's still kind of a very, very great album. My favorite song is like the one she did with Kendrick Lamar called Nile. because the opening harmonious like talking between him and Beyonce with the same verse. I thought that just sounded so ethereal to me, but you know.
But here's like one thing I thought about recently, like watching like certain interviews and like just thinking, like, who are some artists that you think are like they don't get like the recognition they deserve?
Janae Aiko.
True. Fire. I think like
A beautiful human being. A delicate specimen. I'm sorry.
um
Go ahead, that out.
dude, I think one of the people like that don't get like the credit they deserve is Rick Ross. Cause like here's the thing I noticed about him, right?
Is he alive still?
Yes. What? No.
Never mind.
But anyway, like
I'm trying to think of another artist in mind right now.
the thing like I like about Rick Ross is like he's not afraid to like work with like different people. Like I like the fact that he collabs with people from his state, like younger artists from his state, and he's not afraid to collab with like anyone. Plus, like
We need
it's
more
like
people like that. We need more people like that here.
He's not the only one though, to be fairly honest. Snoop Dogg, for some reason, he knows everybody. Snoop Dogg knows everybody, seriously. If you want to, like, for example, I'll give you, recently he dropped a song with this very famous Vietnamese singer that I didn't even know who this singer was until, like, he dropped the song. I'm just like, Snoop Dogg and who? And I looked at the song, it's kind of generic, don't get me wrong. But still, like, the fact that Snoop Dogg on a song with a popular, like, I'm talking about this guy apparently in the country. Huh?
Snoop Dogg is literally like Snoop can like make a song with anybody.
Yeah, he can make a song with anybody, and it's still a hit. Obviously, he made money off that song because the song is popular over there.
But like, plus like I also like the song, but I don't know why like I like the song so much. Like his song, like I'm talking about like Rick Ross, his song Florida Boy. Basically, like it was with him, T-Pain, Kodak Black. That song was, man. Who else was on it? T-Pain. I think I'm missing somebody, but I can't remember. But yeah. Plus, he also like collabs with like younger artists like Denzel Curry and people like that. I like the fact that he's like shows love to everybody. I also feel like 2 Chainz is underappreciated.
I haven't heard about him in a long time.
2 Chainz features, bro. That man takes over. But I feel like 2 Chainz, like he always like he never died. Like he's always been around. Basically, it's like Big Bank take Lil Bank YG. It's like this man like takes like when he does a feature on it, he like takes up, he like brings like an energy to the track or something. Cause I feel like there's certain people like that just bring like energy. So if like you see them featured on something, you already know it's gonna be good. Plus I don't know why, like I also like when he what's that show on YouTube, like The Most Expensive or something like that, with 2 Chainz, like where he tests like the most expensive, like just random expensive things.
Bro,
they probably don't know what I'm talking about, but
I think I do, but maybe.
Well, that's crazy. Like how like things can like the only reason like things like cost so much is because like people like place a value on it. Like something could be like completely regular. It's like that. What is that? Like that Chinese like coffee or something that's made out of like cat poop or something like that. I forgot.
That should cost over $100.
Let me look that up.
Maybe. It has a price.
Yeah, people be drinking it all the time. What's it called?
People drinking cat. People drinking cat shit.
I forgot what it's called.
I'm confused. Yeah, go ahead and look that
up. It's coffee from cat poop. Yeah, I see the episode right here. It costs $600.
Oh my god.
It's called.
Do not say.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Kopi Luwak.
That's disgusting.
Do not say it's a delicacy. I'm tired of hearing that.
It includes partially digested coffee cherries eaten and defecated by the Asian palm civet. Fermentation occurs. Oh yeah, basically like it. Yeah.
The way Vernon's voice is, his face is turning.
I ain't want to read the next part.
It's
Oh
disgusting.
my gosh.
You might as well read the next part for content, you know.
All right. Let me go back. Where was I at? Fermentation occurs as the cherries pass through the civet's intestines, and after being defecated with other fecal matter, they are collected. $600.
And it is grounded in the coffee. All right.
Yeah.
$600. That's
people
worth
have
more.
a-
That's worth more than a PS4.
People have this running thing where it's something that is delicate, is a delicacy, and it's just worth something, despite whatever it is.
How is it delicate? It's like it's a delicate stomach.
That's disgusting.
But yeah.
It's a delicate stomach.
Nasty. What? Like, bro. See if you can show a picture of it.
Oh no!
I'm dead.
If it's anything bad, we're just gonna censor it.
I found it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Still,
Let me find something gross. I'm like,
Good lord, bro.
yeah.
People will digest anything.
People
More
eat
pay for anything.
anything, pay for anything.
That's what the cat looks like? Hold on, no, that can't be it. Is that even a cat?
I don't know, is it?
Bro, like, hold on. I don't know what this is. What?
Not like no cat. Like a
What is that?
they're like a Japanese prairie dog or something like that. Or Japanese, yeah.
I'm confused.
Like a Japanese raccoon or something. Like a tanuki.
I'm confused. I don't know what. I don't know what
They're like
these
a
are.
lemur.
I'm confused. I don't know. But yeah, it's nasty. Bro, what in the world is that? It looks like a raccoon mixed with like. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
What is this? It's like a cat mixed with like a raccoon.
Nani?
Have you ever seen something that looked like this before?
No. Cat poop coffee is real and people actually pay.
Dog, I have never seen anything like
People
that
do
before.
pay for that diamond water.
That's like the who made that Cheeto burger? Was that KFC?
Yeah.
That's like the Cheeto burger with hot sauce and whatever's at the bottom of it, ranch, mayo, or something. It's disgusting.
I would much rather eat that than drink that coffee though.
You get pizza stuffed inside a turkey with the whole thing deep fried, dipped in chocolate.
What?
What?
If you know where that's from, then you understand just how bad that sounds. But people probably eat that too.
Huh? But
This dude said pizza stuffed in turkey, deep fried, and dipped in chocolate.
I know it sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like instant death.
That would have been good if you just don't dip it in chocolate. A deep fried turkey, turkey with stuff.
That would actually be like disgusting. Like if you just had a pizza that was deep fried, that would ruin the pizza.
Oh, that grease, yummy.
Like the dough would get wet and soggy from the grease.
The whole thing is deep fried and dipped in chocolate.
Ugh, sweets and grease do not go together. How many times do we have to go through this, bro?
Why are you so adamant?
That's
right
annoying. You don't put those two together.
It's a sweets and grease.
They don't. Fried
remember,
Oreos, fried ice cream. That's nasty.
I don't even know how you do any of this right now. To be very honest.
I remember senior year, bro. Me and Diablo was in art class, bro. He showed me this video of people eating fried butter sticks.
Oh,
and bro,
yeah. You said cholesterol?
I've never seen so much grease dripping in my life. Like the grease was like pouring off of the dude's hand.
Because butter doesn't have a. When you melt butter, it doesn't have a form. It's just liquid.
You might as well just drink a box of grease. At that point. That's what everybody does at this point. Like when you instead of doing all of this deep frying and sauteing and refrying, just drink a box of grease.
Show a picture of some. Show a picture of some fried butter.
All right.
How is that good?
When you eat something like greasy, you can instantly feel it in your heart.
How's that good? Like that's disgusting.
Why am I typing in all caps? It's weird. Fried butter stick. Oh, here it is.
It's actually nasty.
Okay.
I'm trying to say fried butter.
They got like what's that? What am I trying to say?
Yeah, what is that on top of it?
They got like little. It's glazed too. I mean, they got like what am I trying to say? I can't even think.
Deep fried butter.
It's sweet too.
This is American food. This is just This is American food for you.
Oh, this is tripe. Oh, look at this.
It's melted.
Oh, what?
No, that's disgusting.
It's glazed too. You definitely dying.
Yeah. That's a heart attack on a stick. I'm expecting it to taste salty.
But what? Of course, it's in. I'm dead.
Texas.
I'm about to say what these were, but I immediately paused.
Oh, there go the. Oh, is that the Luther right there?
Ooh.
Yeah. Look that up next.
Oh, you said it's called what?
The Luther. Like Martin Luther King.
That's so funny.
The Luther. That's it looked good, but I don't know. It might not be good for the heart for weak-hearted people.
Don't they use Krispy Kreme donuts too?
Yeah,
It's wraps, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I could, that's one of the jobs I can never work at. If I work for Krispy Kreme, I'll be 300 pounds, bro.
I'm dead.
I'm dead serious, bro. I'll let my life go. It wouldn't even matter anymore.
It looked good though. Like I would eat one.
I'm not going to, because I'm gonna be addicted.
I'm dead.
I'm coming back 100 pounds heavy.
Like how glazed the donut is, and look how like juicy like the burger is.
This man,
that boy gleaming.
This man mouth over there watering.
Good. I swear, bro. I'll turn to one of them people that can't get up off the couch.
Oh man!
I can imagine you fat. That'll throw my whole.
I'll be in tears laughing at that.
That'll throw my whole mindset off.
I'll be one of them people that gotta lift up their stomach.
Oh man!
Under you, it's under that belly of yours.
You gotta show off your Gucci belt, but you gotta lift up your stomach.
All you gotta do, I'm gonna give y'all a hack right now. If you look like that, all you gotta do is get a pair of suspenders. Suspenders gonna help hold it up. I'm telling you.
I doubt that's how it works.
Gotta get a pair of suspenders, right?
Don't listen to a person that's never been fat in his life. Listen to me. I'm fat right now.
I'm dead.
I had no comment.
The best thing you can do is just embrace it until you get the Until you get the motivation to go hit that gym, just embrace it, bro.
He is not as fat as he's making himself out to.
Verner's actually so fat, he's not on the bed right now. He's actually on the floor. He's sitting on the floor right now.
I weigh 300 pounds. It may not look like it, but I am. I'm 300 pounds.
Despite the overweight, obeseness.
That's another thing I don't understand. What they be talking about that with kids too.
That's just obesity. We ain't gonna talk.
Yeah, knowing Vernon, he might be on this topic all night.
We ain't gonna talk about that one.
It's like, bro, them kids walking around, that boy got a butterbean head.
Talking about trying to lift themselves off the ground.
You shouldn't let your kid get like that though. Like that's just not good parenting.
Really
them
not.
Kids walking around, them kids be like, they be like built like Barney.
A legitimate like up to scale Barney suit.
I remember I was in the store, but this kid walked past me. This dude looked like a human bowling ball.
I seen this. I was at Dairy Queen with my cousins, and this little kid got out the car and sprinted towards the Dairy Queen door. Like he could not wait to get some Dairy Queen. He could not wait to get some Dairy Queen, and that junk had me and my cousins. That junk had me and my cousins crying, laughing the way he ran up to this door. He could not wait.
Plus that it's like people like that, like they like that, and they look at their kids like that. They be traveling in a pack.
Man.
I'm still tripping. He said a human bowling ball.
Dog, he look like like that little Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when the girl the blueberry girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Luckily though, the internet is not real life, and not a lot of people actually think that obesity is beautiful. That is something that should be embraced.
I've seen some people who did.
Oh, the Miley Cyrus music video.
Huh?
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, never mind.
Celebrities are also not real life. They're celebrities. They live different from everyone else.
Celebrities are not real life.
No, they're not. This is going to sound really hypocritical if I ever become a celebrity, but it's true.
Yes, if I become a celebrity, I'm definitely living a fake life. Definitely.
In Hollywood, everything looks real, but it's actually really fake.
You talking about Hollywood looks so fake, bro? Look at the people. The people aren't even real. Like their faces are plastic.
He said you turn around, this guy looks 30, is actually 60 years old.
No, I want to know. I need to know what he's using.
I be feeling bad for people that be doing that though. You know, people that be getting plastic surgery, but they be messing their faces up.
Yeah.
I don't know why people be doing that for real.
That joke is. I don't know why you felt like you had to do that to yourself.
Don't want looking normal. Come on, looking like Scarface.
If you felt like you had to do that to yourself.
Well, I just look back at this burger and man, my stomach hurt. Like looking at it. So they got fries on the side of it too. What's wrong with people?
All that grease, all that sodium, all that cholesterol, that 1 gram of trans fat.
That's a pound.
Can you say cholesterol?
That burger dripping. Wow.
I hate sloppy looking burgers too. Like it be them, right. it be them Coney Island burgers that be looking sloppy like that.
Bro, for real, bro. I ate one of those, bro. I was watching. I forgot what I was watching. That was like a while ago. I was watching Daredevil or something, right? It was like 4 a.m., bro. I took a bite, right? I was like laying back. Bro, stop.
Wait.
I hate burgers that just fall apart as soon as you take a bite into it.
What did you say? Can you repeat that for me? Because I want to make sure I heard that. He said he took a bite of his burger. He felt his heart stop.
Bro, you don't understand, bro. Them burgers take low. Plus, if you skinny, it's worse for you because you're not trained for that. Them other people be training. They be training for that.
I always tell people when they go to Checkers, always consider the fact that this is not for you.
Bro, Checkers. After I eat Checkers, bro, I get sick always.
Checkers is for the trained. It's
Yeah,
for
I guess I'm trained in because I eat the mess out of some Checkers.
Bro, I eat it.
You must be trained because that Checkers is deep fried. This deep fried that.
Yeah.
Over sugared, overbearing, heart stopping, artery clogging, inducing.
After I eat, bro, I don't know why people do that though. That's so weird. Like when you finna be like messed up after you eat something, but it's so good that you still eat it.
I'm still trying to process. I gotta get myself together. He still said he took a bite out of this burger and his heart stopped. That took me out. That still takes me out.
I had the burger and the fries, bro.
That remind me of the it's like this joke burger off of GTA 4 called the Heart Stopper. It's like a stacked burger with like 10 patties and 10 like slices of cheese and like it's all in one burger.
But it's called the lard burger.
The lard burger. It's called the Heart Stopper, and it's like this. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's a lurker.
It's hilarious. It's called the Heart Stopper, and it's like this commercial in the game, and it's called. It's called the Heart Stopper. You'll be flatlined in 5 seconds flat.
That's not funny. That's not funny at all. But it is.
You know you messed up when you eat some, like it's so bad for you that you gotta lay down after you eat it. No.
You get the itis.
Bro, I remember I ate that burger, bro. I had to rest.
For those of you who do not know what Coney Island is, it is a restaurant that is specifically catered to a specific part of our state.
What are you talking about? There's Coney Island
everywhere,
like outside of the state too. What are you talking about?
A lot of people are very familiar with it. Trust me.
Well, but people, like I guess people outside of the country, Coney Island is an American thing.
Yeah, for the most part, it's not really common because some people don't even know about it in other states, and it's shocking, honestly.
I've never met a person that didn't know what Coney Island was.
Obviously, you haven't met people that have been outside of the country or freaking in weird their state.
Outside of the country.
Well, are people like for example, I had to explain to somebody that's not even from outside the country, from a certain part of a different state, had no clue what the heck I was talking about at all. I had to give him the short version of it.
I feel like you explained it in a very stupid way because it seems like it's something that's pretty easy to explain.
Excuse me?
You had to. It's like, how can somebody be confused if you explain Coney Island to them? It's not hard to explain.
Because they have no concept of the restaurant.
But it seems pretty easy to explain, though.
It is. It really is. But like I said, most likely, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a burger restaurant, as well as it sells other things.
It sells food that kills black people.
Systematically. That wasn't funny.
So you wonder. There's no like health food stores here, but there's Checkers, there's McDonald's, Burger King,
KFC, Churches, Popeyes,
name it.
Happy's Pizza, Chinese House, China House, everything right down the street from me.
China one.
Everything that's not good for your heart or your actual digestive system.
Bro, they know. They already know what they're doing, bro.
Your kidneys will collapse.
They're trying to give people diabetes.
Your heart will explode out of your chest. You will get you will get glaucoma from the diabetes.
You gonna wake you up about to sleep.
Talking about some round two.
You gonna wake up one day. You gonna wake up the next day not awake because you're gonna be in a diabetic coma.
Oh, I'll be low key funny if I woke you up out to sleep. You wake up like, oh.
Taking a bite out of a burger and then literally passing out.
You wake up like, ah.
Or like wake up and be like, what happened?
Your heart crying because you've been neglecting it.
Oh, man.
All you do is eat fat. All you do is eat fatty foods. You don't do cardio. You don't work out.
You barely walk.
Exactly. You sitting lay down all day?
Oh, I'm dead.
You are asking to lay down and die at that point. That's not. I want you to stop. This is not funny. What?
You're dying.
The way he said that, he said you're just waiting to just lay down and die at this point.
No, 'cause, like, I remember, bro, I used to watch Man vs. Food, bro. I used to think I could do that, but like I don't know why. Like when I watch stuff like that, I be thinking I could do it, but I know there's no way I could do stuff like that. I know this man had to have health problems. This man ate a 7-pound burger.
7 pounds?
This man basically ate a kid.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, give me a second.
What's he at? I forgot. It was like 3 pounds of fries or something like that.
Dog, ugh.
I don't even know how you can eat fries like that. I feel like fries, I can only eat a small amount of fries.
Fries.
Okay. So, I'm back.
3 pounds, a 7-pound burger with 3 pounds of fries. I can't even eat.
Plus
I can't eat a pound
to-
before getting full.
And so you've eaten a child at that point.
Well, he had to do it in a certain amount of time too.
See, I gotta take my time with that.
Uh,
It take me like a month to eat that.
that man will eat the most disgusting stuff, bro.
That's disgusting. Oh man.
This man did it all to get his name on the wall. I understand he's getting money or something, but it's your name on the wall?
You just really put your health at risk for your name to be put on the wall.
And did that show even come on anymore?
So, are you going to make it tomorrow? Is the question.
Right. You gonna wake up out of your sleep, a heart attack.
That's not funny.
It's gonna snatch you out your dream.
That's hilarious. It ain't funny, but it is.
To think that you got taken out the game because you wanted to compete.
Then you gonna be having flashbacks of your mistakes. See, look.
Oh
Here's
man.
I'll say, right? Here's the one way to be disgusted with yourself. I don't know why, like, if somebody eats a burger and you put it in black and white in slow motion, it always looks disgusting.
Yeah, that reminds me of a lot of those older commercials and things like that, or documentaries.
Bro, you remember Super Size Me?
Super size.
Super Size Me?
Who would do that?
Bro, Amir must not know what I'm talking about.
You said super.
Super Size Me.
Okay.
Did his mic just mute?
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What he threw up was so disgusting. This man went to eat me. How long did he eat it for? Like a month? For breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Bro. Why would you eat McDonald's for a month for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
That documentary really took me out. I really did not like a lot of things after that. I didn't like a lot of restaurants after that. It's not even just McDonald's. It was just like...
Yeah, I actually stopped eating McDonald's. I used to eat that. I used to eat McDonald's gracefully.
Bro.
A couple years ago. Stopped.
The only thing I eat at McDonald's is McChicken.
I only eat McDonald's if I have to. Like, if it ain't nothing else to eat.
Yeah, that's
if I'm out
really-
somewhere and the closest place is a McDonald's, I would just go there.
I love me think I'd be having like acid reflux because like certain times, bro, after I eat like just like food, period, my stomach just start hurting. I don't know what it is.
Instant reject of the system.
You ever had stomach acid like come up and it burnt your throat?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it pisses you off because you need your vocal cords.
I mean, I don't know why you need that one, but that was a gift in disguise.
Oh man, inside joke.
I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him have that one because I still got him from the last episode. So we gonna let you have that one.
Well, speaking of McDonald's, did y'all hear about this? Oh no! I'm glad it didn't open.
Officer,
Did y'all hear about this?
officer accused the McDonald's workers of officer accused McDonald's workers of taking a bite of his McChicken because he's a cop. Then admitted he forgot he ate it. Get your all right.
That really just sends that threw me off. Really? Are we doing that now?
Dummy.
I ain't gonna lie, it be happening for real though. Like, you know, when you see something like it's bitten out of something, but you forgot you ate it.
More like, I mean, I can see that. I mean, that's in general. Like when you did something, you forgot you totally just did that.
This dude is a clown. He really this cop must have been a senile old man or something. Like how do you forget you eat a burger? You forgot you ate your food and then could accuse somebody else of eating it.
I think this wouldn't have been a problem. He probably dragged this out, and that's what happened. That's what made it a big deal.
Well, ain't that the worst than looking in the fridge for something that you already ate? That's the worst feeling ever.
That is terrible. It is awful. It hurts your whole feelings. Gosh, that just talking about obesity, talking about overweight people.
But all I gotta say is I have no problem with any of y'all. Just I care about your health. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man,
that's just. Have y'all crazy stuff has been happening lately? Oh, why am I looking?
Oh, I've heard. I saw that one.
Senator Rand Paul offers to buy Ilhan Omar a ticket to Somalia. Says the visit will make her appreciate America more.
The people need to stop saying stuff like that. First of all, it's ruining your career by saying stuff like that. Second of all, if you're not from there, you can't talk on the people that's like. If you're not from there, why are you speaking on it? Like, well, look at his face.
Has he stepped foot in Somalia?
Look at his face. Do you think he has? This man already looks shook.
Oh my God! Just keep making this situation worse.
Plus, like, bro, that's one of the places. Like, if I was from there, I would go back.
Right.
You gonna go back and get bodied?
Wasn't she born there?
I don't even know. I'm not even sure.
I think she was born there. Whether or not she was
born in America, yeah.
Yeah, she was born in America. I think so.
No, I thought she was born there, in Somalia.
No, that's the
background.
gag of it, though. The gag of it is she's not even from there, and he told her to go back.
No, look it up. I thought she was from Somalia. I thought she was born there.
I believe she was born here.
The first one, totally broken. I'm gonna see.
Wait, did you see that? Did you read that part?
Yeah, like about the Baltimore thing.
No, where it says despite the fact the other three were born in America.
Where?
Yeah, she's from Somalia, but the other squad members are from here.
Yeah, but like still, like you can't tell.
Still,
why would you tell her to go back there? That's dangerous. That ain't no normal place.
I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Well, that's probably because I don't know.
That ain't no place just to go back to though. Like,
that's true too.
You gonna go back there and get bodied on sight?
That's right. Yeah, that's a place you should never go there.
You gotta help them from a distance.
Don't go to Somalia. That place is dangerous.
I ain't gonna get killed by a kid with a gun, with an AK. I'm good on that.
Got trained 12-year-olds with AKs.
All right, ready to blow your head off.
With AKs and a combat knife, ready to ready to just trigger happy.
I'll butcher you. But did you hear about the Baltimore thing though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, this man needs to stop saying stuff like that, bro. This man said rodent infested.
He not wrong.
That's his favorite word, infested.
That's not saying rodent infested, bro. You can't say it about like human beings.
His favorite word to say is infested.
I mean, it's true though. Like Baltimore is not a good. Well, some of Baltimore. I wouldn't say all of Baltimore.
You can't say, but like you can't. Well,
the way he said it, he could have worded it better. I agree with that, but that don't really ignore that. You can't really ignore the fact that it's true though, just because he said it in a mean way.
I did hear that there were some people from Baltimore that were actually saying, "Is he lying though?"
He's not. There's a bunch of videos on Twitter, like on the internet, actually.
My point, like the point I'm trying to make is like when you state something that's true, like something like just because you state something that's true doesn't mean you state it correctly. I feel like if you state something incorrectly, even though it's true, you will misdirect like the message that what you were trying to like persuade, basically, or try to put out. Cause like he was basically telling people to go back and like help they like communities, but by saying that, like that was kind of calling people rodents. It's messed up. You can't be calling people rodents.
Well, he wasn't calling people rodents. He was saying that those places were infested with rodents, like actual rodents.
Yeah, but like, I feel like he got a word like what he says like better. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me read what he said.
He was calling out whoever runs that district. I forgot his name.
Oh, that was. Oh, I think it's also on here. Let me see. Fine. But why are they so much?
Apparently, there is people in Baltimore that agrees with what Trump is saying.
See, look, I feel like he like sometimes he says the truth, but like he like does say it in the smart way, kind of way.
Yeah, he's bombastic. He's just.
Why do they post so much? Wow.
He's a very Trump. He's been president for 3 years. We all know how Trump is.
But every time I try to look for someone, I'll be having to search for real. I'm trying to look for the video. I remember I seen the bald dude head.
If he had just like, everyone can agree. Like if he had just said it better,
right?
Because he wasn't lying.
Oh, here it is. Victor Blackwell becomes emotional as he calls out Donald Trump for his comments towards Elijah Cummings.
No, that's his name, Elijah.
Let me see. Representative Elijah Cummings has been a brutal bully, shouting and screaming at the great men and women of Border Patrol about conditions at the southern border, which actually his Baltimore district is far worse and more dangerous. His district is considered the worst in the USA. As proven last week during a congressional tour, the border is clean, efficient, and well run. This very crowded. Cummings district is disgusting, rat and rodent infested mess. Dog. Spent more time in Baltimore. Maybe he could help clean up the danger. Some of my screen in the world, dangerous and filthy place.
Yeah, I don't.
Basically, like he says that, but like, I feel like here's what I feel like, right? Here's the point that people are making or trying to make. I think like the point that people are trying to make is like they ask like the reason why he even got like that. That's the big question that people are asking. Like they ask like how did this community get created in the first place?
Hey, Trump is a mastermind, all right? He knows what he's doing. He's distracting you.
But like I don't like it depends on whether you allow yourself to be distracted or not, because like I don't consider that to be a distraction because like it's an actual problem, so I don't see an actual problem as being
But yeah, it is, but like that is a problem, but do you know what
something like the NFL kneeling was a distraction to me. That wasn't the actual problem.
So
But
the Baltimore thing is a real problem. But do you know what? But do you know what people truly is focused on right now? The fact that he tweeted it like that. People are not really focusing on the problems in Baltimore. They're more pissed off at the fact that he said that.
Right.
They're not really focusing on Baltimore. They're focusing on him. That's why it's a distraction.
Man, you get distracted by that. I'm gonna hold my words.
Did you know Trump? Did you know the Supreme Court allowed? They gave Trump they giving Trump $2.4 billion to fund the wall. The wall is coming.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah, because people focused on what he said on Twitter. You see what I mean? He's distracting people while he's getting stuff done.
I mean, but like, the only thing about that, like, another question like that was brought up. I was watching like earlier today. I was watching like it was on High 97 with like what's her name? Why can I never think of her name?
Do you think Trump gonna win next year?
No. He's not going, bro. I don't think he's gonna win at all.
I don't think he's gonna win because with all this going on that he has said, it's giving people more and more of a reason. Despite what he is getting done, it's giving people more and more reason to try to do something to make sure he does not win.
But if he does win, I definitely want to be in the Boondocks. So I'm gonna say
that would be gold. I want him to win just for that. No, I'm playing.
But
I'm not gonna say that I want him to win, but I do feel like he might win again. As of right now, because things could change in the future. But as of right now, it's looking like he could win.
That dude Bernie clapped back. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that was funny to watch him do that. He was like, I wrote the bill.
That man Bernie had it.
I wrote the damn bill.
I like that. I was like, well, at least he's being really blunt and honest about it.
Dog got quiet after that.
He's not even trying to like sugarcoat anything. He's just like, hey, this is what happened, and you're not gonna interrupt me about it.
Too bad the DNC gonna cheat on me. The DNC is gonna cheat him again.
They might, but you know what? I think it's not. They're not gonna. Some people are not gonna let that happen. Now that they know what the president
nobody can do about it.
It's the DNC. Like you can't do nothing against them. They're powerful.
I don't think it's gonna be like something that we as like people can do, but I think somebody on the inside they're gonna help him out.
The DNC literally cheated for Hillary Clinton, but y'all not ready for that conversation.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that one.
They're gonna come and find me and shoot me for saying that.
But I do think people need to focus on the problems in the communities, though.
That's really what I'm like irritated with the Democrats. They so focused on Trump all the time. Like, can we stop talking about Trump for a minute and actually focus on actual issues, please?
It's not giving him a spotlight to even shine.
Because like they are playing into his game, though. Like I feel like
that's why he's a genius. He knows what he's doing. He's like. He's keeping them distracted. He's keeping them distracted so he can.
But like
they're focused on him. He's focused on getting stuff done. You know.
The thing about like that though, like if people actually focus on like the community, and the community became strong, we would no longer really like need the government as much.
That should be the goal.
But they don't want that though.
Yeah, the government don't. Yeah,
they don't want that.
Government don't want. That should be the goal though. Like we need more people to be less dependent on the government all the time. Like we need something.
But I don't understand how people don't see that because it's super obvious. For some reason, people don't see it, and people haven't seen it for like ever. Because like everybody's arguing over division and stuff like that, but people actually like put like their time to what they actually cared about and what they're actually like frustrated about, things could be easily solved, and you won't need the people like the government anymore like as much. Because I feel like government shouldn't be like something that like does like everything for you. I feel like government should be something like where that just provides like certain things that are like that seem necessary. I don't feel like they should be like your caretaker. Because like everybody, I feel like if you a person like that, you expressing an opinion and you mad about something, mad about a problem, but you ain't done nothing to fix it, I don't feel like you should be able to speak on that.
You don't complain, right?
Cause like You acting like you. Here's the thing: people be acting like they powerless. It's like, why are you telling this representative your problems? The representative don't even represent you. For real.
He's a representative.
They supposed to represent you, but they don't care about you. They represent you. You keeping them in their position.
American politics.
Plus, nobody even knows who they are, though. To be honest, because like, if you went up to a person and said, "Who are your representatives?" I'm pretty sure like
not a lot of people.
96% of people
not gonna know who their representative is.
Probably, but I don't. I feel like nobody would know.
I wish I knew who our senators were, but I do know who the representative is.
So like, I feel like nobody, like everybody cares, but at the same time, nobody cares. That's what I feel like.
We need more people to like learn about that though. Like, there's more elections than just the president, the main one. There's midterm elections too.
It's like people. It's like when people like we're talking like Barack Obama and like everybody like that. He's not going to change your community. I'm sorry. It's like I don't look for any president ever to change my community. I'm not looking. I'm not expecting that.
Right. You gotta vote locally.
Your mayor. That's part of his job.
Yeah, you gotta vote locally for that one. That's cool though, cause I'm gonna be old enough to vote next year, and if the Democratic nominee that I want to win wins, I'm voting for him, and I'm gonna end up. And if there's a person I like in the House of Representatives or the Senate that I like, I'm gonna vote for them.
I got the chance to vote this year. That was interesting.
You voted? Did you? Oh yeah. You probably did. You vote last year? Because you were old enough.
Not last year. I voted this year. I was old enough for the presidential election. I was old for the presidential election, obviously, when that happened. But this year, because now I'm officially of age per se, I voted.
The 2018 midterm elections.
Believe.
I don't even know where you voted for.
Because it happened so long, and I really it was a blur, to be fairly honest.
Because none of us was old enough to vote in 2016.
Yeah, and I was, and at the time when I did vote, I had to walk there, so I was kind of all over the place with my mind. So when I voted, I voted. It was the local elections. It wasn't. Yeah.
This man don't know
I was at when I was going to school at a university. It was a bunch of people there was a bunch of people pushing everybody to vote blue.
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't do that.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I heard of. Yeah, I know about.
I feel like you shouldn't do that, but I feel like you shouldn't like push everybody to vote blue.
Bro, I like to listen though, cause like I remember when I was a kid and I used to ask my mom who she voted for, and she would always say that's none of your business. Now getting older, I see why she said that.
Would she vote Republican?
No, she would always say that though, like, cause like it really is none of nobody's business though, for real.
It's really not. It's none of your business who I vote for.
People will get heated when you say that.
Yeah, you're probably gonna be upset at who I voted for. You're gonna be upset at me.
I was very nervous. Like, I was very nervous because I felt still a bit out of the loop in comparison to as much that was going on. So when I did vote, I was definitely nervous about it, despite knowing as much as I did. I don't know. It feels weird when it's your first time, and I know.
I wouldn't feel nervous about something like that because I know that I have the power.
I'm voting for Andrew Yang.
I know for a fact that I try my best to actually be more informed, but it's definitely not easy to vote because despite what you vote for, you gotta keep in mind like the factors at play.
If Andrew Yang wins, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, right? Everybody gonna get $1,000 a month, right? So I'm gonna just rob everybody, right? And I'm gonna turn that $1,000 to $100,000.
You gonna rob 100 people?
You gotta do it every month. gonna be at people's door like the IRS.
I'm dead.
Dog, all them scammers about to be having a good day.
Oh man.
Them
And
scammers.
all them. Never mind. I was about to say something really bad. All them scammers. That's what I'll say.
The scammers, bro. Dog. Them scammers finna be balling.
If I'm voting for Yang, and if he don't win, I don't know.
Them scammers be stealing like $1 from everybody. Imagine they can steal a band from everybody.
Bro, they get the right person, they could scam one person to all their money.
Right.
I seen a video on YouTube. This Indian scammer. He scammed this one dude of $3,000 because he told this man that he was the IRS and he needed to pay him.
If you fall for something like that, you stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
The IRS does not call you. Please learn that. You do not. The IRS will not contact you. You have to call them.
Bro, you gotta be stupid to fall for something like that. You gotta be. But you for real gotta be. Was the person old at least?
No, he was a young person.
Bro.
This man, he looked like he was about in his 30s. And it was a Uber driver. He had the camera facing him and the person in the passenger seat, and this man was in there stressed out.
Bro, what?
And he explained to the Uber driver what was going on, and the Uber driver pretty much put 2 or 2 together already that he got scammed.
You gotta be stupid. I'm sorry. Like, I only leave an exception for old people.
Yeah, because old people are. I hope I don't get old like that and be that naive, bro. If I get scammed, if I'm old and people try to scam me.
But you know, it'd be smart though. If people did that with Cash App though, that would be genius.
Oh,
they probably already are. Don't lie.
They're probably working on that right now.
Imagine acting like you somebody's friend, like being like Cash App me like $20 or something like that. If somebody asks for a small amount, the person probably not gonna think something of it.
I ain't Cash Apping nobody nothing. If it gets to that point, if somebody asks me to Cash App them some money, I'm gonna call you. Like, did you ask to Cash App me something?
They're gonna be like, I'm at a hospital right now. I'm dying.
It be killing me though when them Indian scammers be like, "This the IRS. You need to pay us money, but first you need to go to Walmart and get $500 gift cards." Like what?
But like,
they be having the thickest Indian accent too.
And they be scamming everywhere though. You know how many people scam in the city?
Yeah. Oh, I be seeing Indian scammers on YouTube though.
But
they be having the thickest accents and be talking about their name is George. All right, bro.
Bro, I wish somebody would try that. Bro, they know you need to have a tracker people like that. I'll fly directly to you.
That was good.
But I'll for real do that though. If I was rich,
I'll pull up to your cubicle.
I'm dead. But that'd be funny though, kicking a little cubicle down.
But yeah, them scam artists are dangerous though.
Right.
Take your identity.
It be scaring people. We really good at that though. Like people like be hacking like government stuff.
Right. That's just.
I'm like, it's weird that you could kill like a country like that.
This is why you need a VPN. We're not sponsored, but you need a VPN so hackers don't, hack into your internet and leak all of your nudes and shit.
No, what?
It's true. Dead. We don't have any sponsors. Just go get you a VPN.
Man, imagine, bro. Imagine if like tomorrow, like all the money in everybody's bank account in the whole country was gone.
There'd be a riot. That'd be a war.
People start eating each other. I'm playing. That'd be fun to watch though, I ain't gonna lie. People like fighting over resources.
You all right?
I mean, why do you have the
Why you
dummy
looking
face?
like? Why you looking like that?
Mm.
Ain't nobody did nothing.
I'm just scared because she will get bodied first. Shit, that'll be interesting to watch though, especially here because some people wouldn't have it in their hearts, but other people would.
Yeah, I'm staying in the house. I don't even, somebody break in. I got my dog.
I'm dead. Hmm. I don't know. I want to watch that, but like not actually watch it. It's like I wish like we could see like outcomes that didn't actually exist, just to see them.
I could think of a few things. Just a few what ifs. All of them lead to a catastrophic nuclear war.
But to be honest, right? Would you rather be nuked or have your country like invaded?
I would rather have my country invaded.
Like I'm talking like when I say invaded, I don't mean like just like a normal invasion. I mean like, would you rather like be like invaded, kidnapped, and like forced into slavery, or would you rather be like just nuked?
I think anything's better than being nuked.
I don't know. 'Cause, like if you got like kidnapped and you get sold into slavery and then like you got separated from your family and everybody that you knew.
At least I'm still alive. I don't want to be nuked, bro.
I don't know.
I don't want to be nuked. That's your. I
Ooh,
really don't want to be nuked.
I'm about to say that quote from Black Panther, but I forgot it.
I just really don't want to be nuked at all.
But you wouldn't even see it coming though. It would be scary if you could see it coming though. Like on the news that told you had 5 minutes.
Oh, dead.
you working your job. They say this your last lunch break.
Nah, the sirens, bro. You hear them?
Real?
I swear to God, I die from cardiac arrest if I hear a nuclear war siren.
We are under attack.
It's just GGs though. Like if you who got time to get up and leave, unless you got like a few days notice.
All the rich people, all the people controlling the country will leave and leave everybody else behind.
That would just be And then there's like a bunch of reports, like a bunch of stories and stuff about like people that almost started by accident. Like
You said
niggas,
what?
there's like a bunch of stories and stuff about like Russian like Russians that's in like a submarine with a nuke on it, and like they almost set off the bomb.
Oh no, bro.
They almost set
You
off a
can't, you
they
can't have
almost
nobody clumsy around them. Imagine there was a clumsy person working around them. That'd be hilarious.
oh my god. Yeah,
Like,
bro.
everybody have a steak.
That story was crazy. It was this I guess he was like a ex like I guess he was like I think he was either ex-military or he is military. But it was this Russian dude talking about how they almost like accidentally detonated a nuclear bomb underwater in a submarine, and that junk could have started World War III.
That'd be hilarious though. Somebody just clumsy.
They just tripped and fell. That's all they did, bro. They just tripped and fell.
But like, here's the crazy thing, right? That throughout history, there were like some crazy people who literally didn't care about anything. Like if you get like one of those in the hands of somebody like legit crazy, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like the O's for real. Cause like, but I wonder how you become like that though. Like you don't care about anything. Cause like I feel like your biggest enemy would be a person that doesn't value life.
Very much. They just don't care. They don't even care about their own lives.
What if they threaten to kill somebody and the person said, "I don't care"? I would be like, no.
No empathy.
I feel like that would be like the most dangerous person. But it's crazy that people are like that though. It's like with like the school shooter thing, like stuff like that. a lot of those kids are like those like people know that they're gonna like die,
They just
which is the reason why they do it.
Then they kill themselves. That's the worst.
Right, because like they're not like they saw the outcome already. But if you have a person like that, but they have their hands on something powerful,
like a nuke or an airstrike or a
we
bomb.
done.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder like if there will be a person like that in the future though. There are already people like that out there, but they don't have like that type of like power.
Let's keep it that way
at the moment. But things may change.
Well, I'm gonna have nightmares anyway. This we could probably conclude this podcast now.
Right.
We could. I would say this could be a good podcast on its own. And then, but then like other, I'm not sure if I'll be able to.
I'll say one more thing, right?
Okay.
Vlog is coming soon. Go check it out, guys.
Go check out our YouTube at FWC Cast. You know, you're looking at it on YouTube right now. Go check out our profile. Also, go check us out on Instagram and Twitter at FWC Cast, FWCCAST. Go check it out right now.
And go Mary, go ahead, talk.
I have a new idea for the cast members of FWC that you guys might see coming up.
Please continue.
It's a reaction.
Okay.
So be sure to tune in for that to see how that goes if it's clear with the cast.
Okay. We'll look into that.
Right, we're gonna have bangers coming soon. Go check this out.
So if you like this podcast, we're just gonna call this a podcast. If you like this podcast, please be sure to subscribe to our channel, like our video, comment down below, share with your friends, you know, and also check out our social media.
Do some push-ups. Take showers, brush your teeth, wash your feet.
Okay. I'm gonna say eat ass, smoke grass, sled fast, sled gang. This is your boy Vern.
What? It's your boy Dark, man. I'm out.
Analysis out.
And this is FWC Cast, and we out.